Our chosen social problem as a group is plastic waste in New Zealand. From general knowledge about recycling and waste in New Zealand to the high statistics and environmental impact on plastic waste, we came to the conclusion that it is a large issue, and to think of a way of addressing this issue would be beneficial to society and the environment as a whole. Due to much research based on plastic waste in New Zealand, and educating ourselves about companies that have already implemented ways to reduce their plastic waste, we see this through the example of The Warehouse charging 10 cents for every bag consumed. Despite some of these changes in the consumer market for plastic, we are still consuming too much for plastic bottles, children's toys, wrappings, containers, and many more. We can see from this graph that our consumption and production of plastic waste is relatively high compared to the recovery of our plastic waste. This means we are producing and consuming a lot more of plastic waste than what we are getting rid of. Plastic waste is costly and takes up scarce resources within our environment, such as landfills, to manage the waste. From an Australian environmental group, Environment Victoria, have researched the negative effects of landfills on the environment. They stated that not only do they look unappealing, they let off a large amount of carbon dioxide and other chemicals that aren't good for the environment into the air, such as specific toxins. These toxins leak into the soil and into the groundwater. Toxic liquid is also formed from waste, and lastly, greenhouse gas. From a recent article by the New Zealand Herald, it is quoted that more than 25,000 kg of plastic waste is littered in New Zealand each day, and each of us mismanages 7 grams of it daily. We find plastic used everywhere, and it is something that can be helped if people are more educated about it and had the resources to make a difference. A business idea to attack plastic waste is taking advantage of the latest technology, 3D printing. We can make a specific mould from plastic and use this mould to make and create anything we want for consumers to purchase. The idea of 3D printing is evolving, as professional people have used these printers to make casts for broken bones, specific objects, and any other 3D designs. This benefits consumers' health and gives them a reason to purchase a 3D printed object. This business idea will manufacture only and transporting used plastic from individual businesses, landfills, and households, and turn the plastic into a mould to sell to other businesses who want to create their own products out of it. The moulding process happens from particular machinery that shreds any type of plastic and then melts it into a liquid. From the liquid, it forms into a semi-liquid mould, which is used to design the 3D object from a computer system. The particular computer system designs and creates your object, and that sends signals to the machinery to mould. This is a business idea that is unique to New Zealand, especially as an idea to reduce plastic waste. In the long term, there is potential for the business to expand worldwide. This is because New Zealand exports some of their plastic waste overseas, so we could use this plastic instead and reuse it for 3D printing. This would also save the country money and provide more reusable products into the market. At this stage, it is paramount for business ideas to start off small and aim at businesses, landfill, waste, and household waste. 3D printing technology has the capability to make small to large objects, which means our business can produce variety to aim at different sorts of consumer groups within New Zealand or internationally.
Stakeholders. What is a stakeholder? A stakeholder is an individual, a group, or an organisation which could be affected by our business. Stakeholders for our business include the government and local councils, which rely on our business to help reduce the amount of plastic waste in landfills. Therefore, less waste is exported, meaning more money is saved. Another stakeholder is suppliers, such as waste disposal companies, which require us as business and to take in the plastic waste. Employees are a stakeholder because without us, they will be unemployed and will not have an income. Society relies on our business to decrease the amount of plastic waste in landfills as well as in the environment, therefore making New Zealand a cleaner and greener place for generations to come. Customers are the last stakeholder. They need us to provide our products for their own use. They also need us to provide the products at a decent quality. There are two types of stakeholders, primary and secondary. Primary stakeholders' input have a direct effect on the business. However, secondary stakeholders' input will only affect the business in the long run. Government, local councils and society are seen as secondary stakeholders, whereas primary stakeholders include suppliers, employees, and customers. Corporate social responsibility, also known as CSR, refers to the business practice that involves participating in initiatives that benefit society. Our business follows CSR by reducing the amount of plastic waste in the environment and therefore reducing pollution and benefiting society. CSR is now becoming more popular and more a part of business ethical behaviour to create shared value for business and society. This means our business is not only helping society, but will also be more popular and accepted within society. Our business is achieving this by incorporating both social and environmental concerns into operations and interactions with stakeholders. This concludes our group pitch of Ecoprint. Thank you for watching.